guys, it is your girl Jade Ashley, and I want to welcome you back to an all new video of When the Beat Drops. And like always, you know I'm here to give you my 5 hottest beats and music of this week, so of course you know you got to stay tuned for more. Okay guys, it's been a while. I ain't come to y'all with this since the summertime, but we in the fall, we back at it. We doing this again when the beat drops, and we just gonna dive right in to my first beat of this week. And for my first beat of this week, I have to talk about Miss Summer Walker. So she is gearing up to release her sophomore album, and there's been a lot of hype around it because we all know her first album, which came out we're in 2021, so I think that was like 2 years ago now, in 2019, which was Over It. An amazing album from start to finish. You can literally listen to that album and there's no skips. Like recently, Kamara and I, we went on vacation. Well, not vacation, but you know, we just went out of town, and randomly, like the first thing we did, like when we got there, y'all see it in the vlog, we listened to Summer's album and like straight bops from start to finish. So needless to say, her sophomore album is definitely highly anticipated, and she has been doing the rollout for this album, and so far now we know she's going to name the album Still Over It. The album is scheduled to drop, I believe, on November 4th, if I'm not mistaken. November 5th, excuse me. It's scheduled to drop on November 5th. And this past week, she released her first single, which is X for a Reason, featuring JT from the City Girls. And I just wanted to talk about that record for a minute. So X for a Reason from Summer Walker and JT. I think it's a record that definitely has to grow on me for sure. You know, I've been on my stuff, and I've been, you know, doing a little bit better when it comes to like tapping into the new music. I kind of fell off with that for a little bit, I ain't gonna lie. But I listened to the record the day that it came out, actually, and I will say it wasn't one of those love at first listens. Y'all know I use the term love at first listen, and that's just one of the songs where it's just like, this is it, you know, and then I run it back. So it wasn't a love at first listen for me. However, I did run it back just because it's Summer Walker. We've been waiting for new music and stuff like that. Like I said, her second album is definitely highly anticipated. So I just wanted to, I wanted to feel it, long story short. So I was like, okay, maybe if I listen to like 5 times back to back, maybe it will be it. And it wasn't it. However, I will say though, I really do like the vibe that JT brought to it. So I kind of feel like JT definitely made the record a little bit better. But we're used to Summer giving us like that sultry R&B type of feel, and X for a Reason is definitely bubblegum pop, like, But what I will say is I definitely think it's something that was going to grow on me, only just for the simple fact that I was on TikTok. So if y'all not on TikTok, follow me on TikTok. I like literally spend hours on TikTok. I just, sit there and scroll. I'm trying to figure out like new content to make for TikTok because I really love that platform, first and foremost. Shameless plug. Same thing as my Instagram, my Twitter, Jade_Ashley94. So follow me on TikTok. But I was scrolling on TikTok, and one of the things that made me kind of like the song a little bit better, it's been days since it came out, it came out this week, but that dance that Santana does, he has this dance, and I'll insert the clip because I'm gonna find it and I'll insert here. But Santana, that Santana dance with the Summer Walker song Over It, it kind of makes it like a little bit more fun, and it makes it a little bit more catchy. And somebody was, I actually saw somebody else on like my For You page. They started doing the Santana dance, and it was like, oh, I'm gonna just do this dance to this song until I actually like really like it and stuff like that. And the person who did that TikTok, they were right. Like, like I said this plenty of times already. that TikTok definitely plays a part in a lot of records becoming like popular and stuff like that. So the fact that like, you know, Santana made like this TikTok dance or whatever for one of his records, and then that dance just so happens to go with a whole bunch of other songs, so like that dance kind of makes a song sound better, if that makes sense. I don't know, but the person also, you know, kind of mentioned that, you know, we are in an era where, you know, TikTok will help you get a record. And granted, Summer, she kind of let people see her sweat, so I guess like she was paying attention to like the, you know, reactions of the record, and a lot of people were saying, oh well, we don't like this is not the Summer we were expecting and stuff like that. And she was just like, well, I didn't want to release the record anyway. I wanted to I think she said she wanted to release a song named Toxic, but she was like, you know, her label made her drop, you know, X for a reason. And then the guy was like, oh, her label probably made her drop that record because they knew it would blow up on platforms such as TikTok, which will help it become, you know, really popular. And I was like, he has a point. So first and foremost, I wish Summer didn't let, you know, people see her sweat. Like, people are gonna like it, people are not gonna like it, but she kind of was like, y'all don't like the record, I don't like the record, I didn't want to drop it, let's, you know, move on from the situation. Like, she's been doing heavy promo. She got like the whole Summer Walker's hard drive with the whole album on it. Like, don't let people see you sweat, first and foremost. That would be my advice to Summer Walker. Don't let people see you sweat, because she definitely, you know, was like, I just would have handled it a different way. But I definitely think that's just one of those records where you just have to let it grow on you. So I will say, me seeing that little Santana dance with the record definitely kind of made me like it a little bit more. So, you know, but I am very much still excited for her album. I definitely think she's going to give us some really great records. She already acknowledged she didn't want to drop this one, and there was a record that she didn't want to drop. She's been working on it for a while. She's been dropping hints there, here and there about, like, you know, certain features and whatnot. I know that when she dropped X for a Reason, she kind of showed like what the track list will look like, as far as each song has like a date that kind of like goes with it. So it kind of shows like the timeline, I guess, as far as like where she was in her life at the time, or how she was feeling at that time in her life when she, you know, wrote the song and stuff like that. And the very last track, or the outro for it, is Sierra's Prayer, which is, I guess, Sierra's Prayer is going to be narrated by Sierra. So I mean, I definitely think that is going to be really interesting, and I'm excited for the album to still drop next month, despite, you know, the getting used to that first single. But if you heard Summer Walker's new record, X for a Reason, featuring JT, definitely comment below and let me know your thoughts on that record for sure. We are going to keep it rolling. For my second beat of this week, we're going to still get into some new music, and I want to talk about Adele. First of all, Adele ain't released an album since I was in college, okay? I graduated from college in 2016, so Adele, she is finally back. She's dropping her new album next month as well. Adele, she, you know, had a whole life change. I know around the time that she dropped her last album, she had just became a mother. Since then, Adele done got a divorce. Adele done dropped a whole bunch of weight. Adele is out here dating Rich Paul, which is LeBron's agent and stuff like that. So she got her black man. Like, Adele's just living her best life, and, you know, everyone is ready to just get in their bag and listen to some new Adele music. Like, I don't know what it is. She take her time when it comes to making her music, and it's like when she drops, she just can't miss. And she released her new single, which is Easy on Me. Her new album, 30, will be dropping on November 19th. And I wanted to like Summer's like equally like the way I did Adele's, because when I first heard Adele's, I was like, I like this shit right here now. So I listened to that over and over again, and the more I listen to it, the more I actually like it. So she's definitely staying true to her sound. You know, like I said, the Summer Walker record, you know, it was a little bit different than what we were used to from like hearing from her and stuff like that. Like I said, a little bit more up tempo, a little bit more like bubblegum pop. However, Adele is staying in her lane, staying true to the type of music she makes, and like she ain't missed. Like I think she like broke a Spotify like the most streams in one day type shit or whatever with her new record. So needless to say, Adele is definitely off to a great start when it comes to this new album. The music video, she looks great. What I will say is, and I might be lying, but Adele, she's also good. No, I think I am lying, because she's also good for doing her videos in black and white. But in this video, it goes from like black and white to color. But I think we've seen an Adele video in color, but I like it. I enjoyed it. Easy on me. I am curious to see if she's going to drop a second single prior to the project dropping, but I think I need to go back and listen to all of her other albums before this new one drops, just so I can really be in my Adele bag for sure. But if you listen to Adele's new record, Easy on Me, definitely comment below and let me know your thoughts on that record. Other than that, we're going to move on to my next beat of this week, and I want to talk about Meek Mill. So this past week, Meek Mill, he has been facing a lot of backlash, and he's been facing backlash for the album cover of his newest album, Expensive Pain. So and the reason why he's been like facing like backlash from it is because the album cover was plastered. I don't think it was a tour bus. I think like here in New York City, when they have like the tourist bus and stuff like that, and people kind of like put their TV show or that album artwork on the bus to kind of like promote it. I think that's what it was. I don't think it was an exact tour bus. I don't know. I know he has a show coming up at Madison Square Garden. I don't think it was a tour bus. Long story short, his album was on a bus. And if you've seen his album cover, it's very artsy. However, the art depicts, black women naked. So, you see ass, titties, and cooch. Long story short. And having that album cover plastered on a bus for a whole bunch of people to drive by, walk by, and see, it kind of angered a lot of people. They took to social media and kind of just shared their thoughts. They thought it was a bad depiction of black women. They talked about how, black men love to, it was all types of shit that was going on with that. The only and first thing that came to my mind when this whole situation became a thing was Meek Mill dropped his album at the beginning of the month. So I think literally, what was that first Friday? That first Friday of October, which was October 1st. So he dropped his album on October 1st, Expensive Pain. Now, prior to the album dropping, he revealed the album cover. So I already knew what the album cover looked like before it dropped on October 1st. Here we are. This past week was October 11th through the 17th. So his album was out for, over a week. Basically going on 2 weeks, his album was out. And people are just now getting upset about it. It took the album cover being on a bus for people to get upset and kind of, share their outrage for the album cover. So that's what I was a little bit confused on, because I was like, it's not like this is a new image. Like, this shit been out before the album dropped, and the album dropped 2 weeks ago. That was my first initial thought on the whole situation. And then Meek Mill eventually, he kind of responded to like the whole situation. He did a interview with Complex, Speedy Mormon from Complex. He did an interview with him, and they kind of spoke about the situation. And first and foremost, Meek don't care. He said he don't give a fuck. So just to, first and foremost, he said he doesn't give a fuck. But there was some points that I will say that I kind of agreed with him on. Basically, he was saying that, there's so much other serious things that happen out there. He's like, there's kids being killed. There's still poverty. Like, and he connects everything he talks about back to the hood. So, but yeah, he was saying there's so much more, more serious things that's going on. Y'all know, if y'all hear a little squeak thing, I'm black, and that happens in all black people's house for whatever reason. But ignore that. But anyway, so yeah, he was saying pretty much his message was, there's so much other crazy things going on out here in the world. There's so much going on in the hood, and y'all don't have outrage about that, but yet y'all have outrage about my album cover. There was a lot of things that I actually looked into behind like this outrage and stuff like that. So his album cover was designed by an artist named Nina Chanel. If you literally like Google Nina Chanel, you'll see other paintings that she's done and stuff like that, and you will see that I guess like the artistic formatting of his album is like her artistic style. So you will see other images painted by her that's not his album cover, but you'll see other images painted by her where there are naked black women. The things that she does with like the shapes and stuff like that, that's just her style of art. And I think more than anything, when he talked about the backlash, he was very adamant about showing his support for a black female artist. He said that, you know, he's just getting into art and he's learning a lot of things about art, but he believed in her vision as far as the design for his album cover. And he, you know, he's not like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, like I offended y'all. Like, he's not on that type of time. He really don't give a fuck. He did say that, does he agree with having, you know, naked women on buses? He said no, he doesn't. He did acknowledge that you know, I guess like on his marketing team or something like that. It's somewhere along the pipeline. I guess everything wasn't thought out through. I feel, and I'm not in marketing, however, you know, he can have the album cover that he has now. I just kind of feel like, you know, you have that explicit version and then you have the cleaner version. So I don't know, maybe if they were to just kind of like alter the image just a little bit, just to kind of like cover it up or something like that. I don't think there's like a cleaner version of his album cover, but even if they were going to plaster it like on like buses and stuff like that, they, you know, might have want to like, you know, created like a cleaner version for like promotional purposes. So like when you put it on buses or billboards and stuff like that, you don't get the shit that's been going on this past week, and you got angry white people running around doing the fucking most. Like literally, I think there's just steps that could have like, you know, gone into this. But I definitely, he's like, I support everybody black. So like, I wouldn't get on Meek about the whole situation. One, because y'all been seeing these album cover, like y'all just decided to get upset about the album cover 2 weeks after the album drop. Mind you, the album cover came out before the album drop, which was on October 1st. So I was genuinely confused on why everybody was upset this one particular week. And two, I like the direction he's going in as far as like, you know, supporting, you know, black artists, black female artists and stuff like that. And three, I just think that from his marketing team standpoint, there could have been probably a little bit more thought put behind the imagery and maybe how can we, you know, make this a little bit more cleaner for like publicity purposes. That was just my thought, but y'all can definitely comment below. Let me know y'all thoughts behind this whole Meek Mill situation and this album cover mess. But other than that, we are going to move on to my fourth beat of this week, and I have to talk about Miss Chloe Bailey. I've been gone for a minute, so I have not been able to tell y'all my thoughts about Chloe Bailey, but Chloe Bailey is out here killing the girls. Do you hear me? Chloe is out here killing the girls. I don't give a damn what a hater gotta say. Chloe Bailey is out here with her foot on these bitches' necks. Do you hear me? So Chloe Bailey, this past week, she was here in New York. She's been doing like a lot of promo. So she was on Hot 97, 105.1. I saw she did Genius and stuff like that. And one of the things that she did on her promo rounds was she performed on the Tonight Show. So we know that Chloe, she is embarking on her solo journey. She's still in a group with her sister, but you know, they are individuals. And while, you know, Halle was out, I think in London, I think it was, you know, she's the new Little Mermaid, the first black Little, I believe she's the first black Little Mermaid. But yeah, so she was doing Little Mermaid. So, you know, Chloe, she's been, you know, in her music bag, working on her, you know, solo endeavors and stuff like that. And while doing so, she released her first solo debut single, which is Have Mercy. That's been out for a few weeks as well. The music video is dope. She's amazing. Y'all be on Instagram and Twitter and all of that shit hating on her, talking about she doing too much, and y'all literally did the same exact thing when she was on the Tonight Show. So she was on the Tonight Show and she switched it up a little bit. definitely was different from her performance at the VMAs this year. So she kind of started off her performance with doing like a more classical version of Have Mercy. She had her beat machine with her, she had the violinist with her and stuff like that. So she kind of switched up the record a little bit, switched up the performance, but needless to say, she got down, she got dirty, and she still gave it a performance. And you know, there are some people who love it, like me, and then there's some people who was like, oh my gosh, she's doing too much, or whatever the case may be. And Chloe don't give a damn, because she tweeted and she says, doing the most or doing too much is my specialty. So shout outs to her for that. There's been like a lot of comparisons to Beyonce. People was like, oh, she thinks she Beyonce. It's like, bro, like, her and her sister are signed to Beyonce's label. They've been under Beyonce literally since they were kids. Like, we've watched Chloe and Halle grow up. Like, we used to watch the YouTube covers when they would sit in the house and they would get their instruments and just cover these songs. And off of that, they got signed to Beyonce. So it's like, literally, when you can have the input of Beyonce, when, you know, she has a foot, a hand, a fingernail, a pinky, whatever, and, you know, helping to develop you as an artist, why would you not see any similarities? She's not being Beyonce, but ain't no way in hell a Beyonce artist is not gonna come out here, look good, give you sex appeal, put on a hell of a performance, still sound good while doing so. Mind you, she makes her own music, like, she makes her own beats, like, she just does a lot. And the hateration and holleration in this dancery needs to stop. It needs to stop. Y'all need to stop hating on Chloe. Y'all just need to stop hating in general. Like, hateration, whatever. Like, we need to let that go in 2022. 2021 is coming to an end. So in 2022, we need to eliminate hate, because it ain't cute. So shout out to Chloe. Her performance on the Tonight Show was absolutely amazing. She looked good. The switch up she did, it was just all good, and I'm excited to see more from her as a solo artist, as well as whatever her and her sister have together as a group. And we're gonna leave it at that. Okay, we're gonna move on to my last beat of this week, and I'm so excited to talk about this. So Queen Naija, she released the music video to her song I'm Her, featuring Kiana Lede. Now, the song is featured on Queen's debut album, which came out literally the one year anniversary of Queen's album is at the end of this month. Her album came out last year, October 30th. I remember, if you guys were here, you saw me, I did a review on the album, and that was definitely one of the best albums this past year, without a doubt, from start to finish, excuse me. She released the deluxe as well, and one of my favorite songs from that album is actually I'm Her. So to see that she released that music video, that was definitely something that I was looking forward to this week. Queen actually turned 26 this week, so I know she said something about closing, I guess, you know, this chapter, I guess, like this misunderstood chapter, misunderstood being the title of the album. So I guess this will be like probably her final music video from that project. I know she's about to go on tour soon with Tink, and I really want to go, because I know that I will be in that show singing damn near every single song. So I definitely love the music video of I'm Her. She kind of switched it up a little bit. She had the dance moves going and stuff like that, and then they had this little skit where they pretty much was, I guess, you know, kind of paying homage to the movie Poetic Justice, you know, when Lucky first comes in the shop, and, you know, the guy trying to holler at her, and she like, oh, you want to smell my... And then, you know, so they kind of did that. Her and Kiana kind of did that little moment and stuff like that. So I, like, that was... I don't know if I should call it cute, but it was just kind of like, oh, you know, they doing a little poetic justice. Like, you pick up on it, you know exactly what's going on and stuff like that. But I absolutely love the music video. I love the growth of Queen as an artist. I've definitely been a Queen fan for a while. If you've seen any of my videos, you know I talk about how proud I am to see her growth and elevation as an artist. So to see, you know, her just try new things in her music video, I think, at least for me, I think... Does she do dance moves and Lot of Me. I don't think she did like dance, like choreography, like she did in this music video on Lot of Me. Like she's just switching it up and doing it different. I saw that recently she opened up for Burna Boy. You know, this is prior to her tour starting. Her tour hasn't started yet, but I think like last week or something like that, she opened up for Burna Boy, and you know, she just had her background dancers, and she just looked great. Like, so I'm excited to, you know, continue to see her career just develop, her, you know, become a better artist than what she is already. She's an amazing artist already. So just to see her, just her growth. I mean, if you watched her on YouTube for all of these years and stuff like that, you've already seen the growth. So just to see more growth is just going to be amazing. So I absolutely love the music video for Queen Naija featuring Kiana Lede for I'm Her. If you have not checked out the video, definitely check it out. Like I said, it's one of my favorite songs, so I already knew I was gonna love the video. But other than that, those are my 5 hot beats of this week. Okay guys, so I want to thank you for tuning into this week's beats, and of course, you know, I have to end every single video by reminding you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share. It would greatly be appreciated. Now y'all know I cannot end this video without giving y'all my song of the week, and since I was talking about Meek Mill's album Expensive Pain, and you know, this is like my first video back, I didn't get a chance to let y'all know my favorite record off of that album, and it's one record that I still continuously listen to 2 weeks after the album dropped, and that is Ride For You featuring Kehlani. Y'all know that's my bae, so anything with Kehlani, I absolutely love it. I love that song with her and Meek, and I listen to it every day, like over and over again. So my song of the week, Meek Mill featuring Kehlani with Ride For You. Once again, I thank y'all for tuning in, and I will check y'all next time. So bye. Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Don't forget to share and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.